We are live. Woohoo! Had to get the timing down for the new intro. I practiced it like 4 times so I could try to make it look. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, you guys? Oh my goodness, no live fishing today. It ended up being a maintenance day. Ugh, you know, you got to change the oil and all the vehicles when you've got several of them, and you got to keep the work truck, you know, maintained. That's part of having a work truck. You know, you got to make sure it's up to date on all of its oil changes and all that stuff. And So, you know, your boy wears safety goggles and everything like that, but I had the big 12-quart drain pan up under the truck today. I had my safety glasses on. You know, those new Fords, they got like a plastic turn screw with like a giant gaping hole. You know what I'm saying? Like 46 and looking to settle down. So, dude, as soon as I pulled that thing out, I looked over and I was like, oh my God, I didn't pop the, you know, the airflow, the drain, basically, the vent. I didn't pop the vent. Dude, as soon as that oil hit that pan, it splashed right up, and I turned my head. It hit my glasses and went right into a corner of my eye. Like just this section right here. Like right here. Here, I'll show you. Like just right here. Like that's where it is. And it feels like it's like burned. Because you know me, I didn't let that thing slow, you know, at all. I didn't let it cool down. None. You know what I'm saying? And when I pull the plug, I'm pulling the plug. Hashtag puddle gang. You know what I'm saying? It's coming out. We're all set. Let's see who's here. What are you guys doing, man? What's up? Let's see who's hanging out in the Heezy tonight. I believe, I think it was Mick Layton first, Maddie Gonzalez, Christian J, the one and only Shawanda. We got, who did I see? There she is, our favorite American, Pam in Wonderland. We had Smiley Bat. We got Rachel Hay. We got Andy Cybonut Walters is still alive, boys and girls. He's still alive. Keep going. Cybonut, nothing's going to take you out, buddy. I'm gonna tell you right now. You know Mick Layton's hanging out. Yeah, Gary Alwine's in the house. What's up, man? Brandy, Russian Bot. Y'all got the whole crew up in here, man. Appreciate that, man. Loving it. Yeah, so I was gonna do y'all a little live today, just like an IRL. You know what I mean? Changing oil and stuff like that. But I tend to sometimes say bad words when things happen. And I just did not want today to be that day. You know what I mean? I just didn't want to, because I said some bad words. I'm not going to lie. I said some bad words. We got some new tunes tonight, boys and girls. I know you guys are excited about this one. Check this out, man. We got all kinds of cool stuff we're going to start kicking. I got some new music, man. I got a little busy this week. You know, not really, but today I had a couple of hours, so I went ahead and handled that. So it's story time. That's right, you guys. Story time. Are you guys excited? I'm super stoked, dude. Super stoked about today's story. So, you guys want to check out what I did this weekend? Let's just get right into it. Or do we want some foreplay? Am I on Kick? Yeah, I'm on Kick, man, but I'm not streaming on Kick. I can go out to Kick right now, but I don't know if Kick's ready for a fishing channel. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to be the guy that, you know, I have nobody, and it's so hard to organically grow. And I just don't know if I don't think a lot of those Kick people leave their houses. Do you understand what I mean by that? I don't mean to be mean. I don't see those guys like going out and doing much fishing. I did see somebody's out there live fishing though. He called himself the first live fishing, bass fishing or fishing channel, I should say. Nobody's doing nothing like what I do over here on YouTube. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that on Kick. I don't even think there's, too many. Like I said, this dude said he had the first stream. So what do I know? You know what I mean? You see, Brandy, I'm with you. Got bent out of shape. Oh, yeah. So, like I said, yeah. So there's that, you know. So here we go, guys. Let's get into this. Let's just do this. Let's just go. Let's get some music. Let's set the mood. You know, let's really sit down together and have a conversation about what the struggle looks like. So, as we all know, This is a little lake I like going down and doing some fishing down in South Florida. And for the first time in like it's been about 4.5 months, I got to take my buddy Steve fishing. Okay. So for those of you guys that know, that's where I am. I'm not going to show it again. If you didn't see it, you didn't see it. All right. So check it out, guys. The canal, just to get down to a fishing area, is now a no wake zone all the way about halfway down it. The water was so high that you had no idea where you were going to find land. And you're going to see that in just a minute, because I'm going to show you what the lake traveled and how we navigated around the lake. And we had a pretty fantastic day, dude. Buddy Steve, we had a great time. 83% chance of rain. So you know I'm going. You know what I'm saying? You give me an 83% chance of rain, and your boy's all in. Like, let's go! You know what I'm saying? Not a good idea, but I do it every single time, you know? It's just, I don't know. I like to punish myself. But that's just me. You know what I mean? I really like to give it my all when I'm going all out. So let's show you guys the trek. Let's show you guys where we went. Let's hit the old L menu button. See, there I am, the Beards and Bass. I'm on here. Here's Steve and I. Let's give you guys an idea. We're looking at 33.6 miles traveled, you guys, for a time period of 10 hours and 6 minutes. Now, that time period starts from when we leave the ramp. I hit start on the record button, and when we put the boat on the trailer, I hit stop on the record button. That's how I do it, as soon as I beach it. So we're all good here. We got an average speed of 3.3 miles an hour, guys. Our start time was 7:15 a.m. and our end time was 5:21 p.m., you guys. A 10-hour day. How awesome is that, right? So let's check it out. Let's see where we actually had a chance to go. So like I said, you got Main Canal here. We made one attempt to get across what they call to the west wall. That was met with fierce vegetation in this area, so we decided against that, and we went all the way down to the first turn, okay, and we rolled all the way down that canal to the 45. And guys, when I say we traveled, this is miles, okay. We basically, to give you an idea, if we take out that portion, for those of you who know this lake, like Buddy knows this lake. The yellow lines are where we explored, and I will tell you that we explored the entire lake. Now, I'm going to tell you guys a funny story if you're ready for it. You're going to notice this line right here. This line right here is pretty important. Now, your boys caught some fish right here on this area, okay? Quite a few. The other thing your boy's done here is, as you see, the depth of that area, I'll show you again, is 0 to 1 foot. That's right, boys and girls. We beached her. We beached her again, and we hit an alligator. So, I don't know if it was an alligator. More than likely, it was probably some kind of stump, but it knocked an inch by maybe a 3/4 inch gash out of the bottom of my foot. That bottom piece that goes down, the foil or whatever it's called, yeah, that's missing a big chunk. That's missing a really massive chunk. Not good times at all, if you want me to be honest. Like, it's broken. Not really broken, but it's definitely showing signs of scarring. So more than likely, based on what you guys just saw, so the red areas, to give you an idea, guys, the red areas are 1 foot of water. But because the lake was up so high, those areas were actually 3 feet. So when you got into some of these deeper areas, like we fished, let me show you one area that we fished a lot. Right here, this area right here was actually 4 foot, and in some areas, where is it? I gotta find this. This is making me crazy because we were talking about it today. I did some traveling around in a couple of different areas that was pretty fantastic. I'm pretty sure it was this area right here that we had the best time in. We found some really cool stuff, man. Unfortunately, the lake, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. The lakes right now are absolutely brutal, man. Maintenance on your lakes and maintaining the grass and stuff like that, guys. Like, I didn't even take video. We're out there with an 83%. Let's get back to it. Sorry, I just started thinking about it, man, and I was like, gator, absolutely, dude. We seen Russian bot. We seen, oh my god. I'm going to say, I know he counted 30 alligators. I'm just going to tell you right now. And we saw a big, like maybe an 8.5, maybe 9-foot male protecting like a little 6-foot female against like another 8-foot male. We got to watch that whole encounter. That was pretty interesting, watching the old squaring off at the alligator nest, which was like 6 feet in front of us. Meanwhile, we've got heavy thunderstorms covering 83% of the coverage area. And I will tell you that that entire map that I just showed you guys, and you're probably thinking, man, you guys just run all over the place. You guys just run everywhere. That was me running away from a rainstorm. Like the lightning everywhere we looked. Like we, one time it started to sprinkle and I put the cameras away and said, we got to move, dude. If we don't move right now, we're going to get stuck in this thing. And we had to drive 25 minutes away. Because it's now, it's 25 miles an hour in the certain areas in the canal. So other than that, you can kind of get it down there, just within reason. Because I will tell you, if you're getting it too much down there, you're going to find out real quick you're going to smash something up. There's a pretty good chance when the water's up as high as it was, you're going to have a boating accident. It's going to be real bad, dude. It's not going to be good times. Pin tip link. Oh, sorry, Shawanda. Yeah, absolutely. Give me 1 second, you guys. Oh, let's find some more music. What do we got here? Have we heard this? Uh-oh. Sounds good, right? Yeah, absolute blast. I'm not going to lie to you. I enjoy stuff like that. But that's what a day looks like, man. We got 0 footage. I'd say I caught maybe 6 or 7 fish on camera. Honestly, that's all I had. And it wasn't that much fun as far as the numbers go. But as far as not getting sunburned and not like hating life, yeah, it was a perfect day for that. All right, there you go, guys. Yeah, so nonetheless, man, not really a super fun-tastic day like I like to have, and you guys don't get to see any of it. I caught a giant mudfish. What else went on? Oh, yeah, we beached. That was awesome. We drove, I'd say 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes through like 1.5 feet of hyacinths with there was water there, I'm not going to lie, but the hyacinths were so packed up that it wasn't even possible. It wasn't even possible to travel in some of the areas that we went in. The pearl struggled. She struggled, man. Once she got into that real thick stuff, she was not enjoying herself. We ran with the trolling motor, like half propped up, so just the back ends hitting the water. We ran with that thing for God, I can't tell you how long. Like, honestly, in like 6, maybe 8 inches of water between the trolling motor pushed down maybe 6, 8 inches of water. There was grass flying up all over the deck.
Oh my God!
Oh, you guys.
Oh my God!
The one and only Shah. Smashing it with a $10. Thanks for all the fishing. Love you long time.
Oh, you're the best, Shawanda. Thank you. And you know what? I went in there into my chat, my speech bot, and told it it's allowed to say Shawanda, and it just says Shawanda. Like, it doesn't have the syllable capacity to actually say it. So, yeah. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, like I said, no fishing today. After the oil in the eye, I just prepped the surface with a face shield out there so the weld can go on without a tack, without a hitch. Yeah, it's been that kind of week, boys and girls. I don't know how that happened. Steve said it was like that when we were taking the boat off in the morning, so I'm thinking maybe the trip down there maybe jostled her off. But I didn't hit no bumps or nothing like that. But the interstate headed south, if you get on the turnpike right now, the construction's absolutely brutal. We've seen tractor trailer trucks that had trouble staying in their lanes. Yeah, it was a little interesting getting down there, so we should have known. And no moon at all. It was probably one of the better days to be fishing, but when we got there and only saw like 8 boats in the water, not 8 boats, but 8 trucks on the ramp, we should have known right off the bat it wasn't going to be that kind of day, because we showed up at like 6:45 and had to, take everything out and get everything set up. It takes a little while, man, when you got a bunch of crap. But again, we had a good time. We caught some fish in some deeper areas. We rolled around some areas of that lake that were like 26 feet, and that was absolutely ludicrous. What a ludicrous thing to say, a Florida lake that's 26 feet. I live on one, though, and yet to have any luck in that thing. I've got to figure that out. That's our next thing, guys. Super deep water transitions. How do we do it? How do we do it? We're going to figure that out. You'll see. You'll see. We're going to figure that out together. We know how to fish shallow. We know how to fish. Hey, what's going on, Rocky? What do you got going on there, buddy? Good to see you, man. I know Rocky probably hates me right now because we didn't have any fishing today. I know how much Rocky enjoys our afternoons of fishing.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
£10 kitten smashing it with a $10, $1 for every pound of a £10 joyful.
10-pound bass. I now see there's another word that maybe I need to update that chat bot. Thank you so much, 10-pound bass. I appreciate that, buddy. I really, really do. Yeah, nonetheless, man, nightmare, dude. Nightmare. So tomorrow we'll see. I got some stuff to do the rest of this week, man. It's gonna get real busy for me. I got a couple of appointments I gotta make. Kids are back in school. You guys know how that goes. This weekend we got a birthday party, so no fishing, man, right up till Tuesday of next week. But I'm gonna be like jonesing, you know what I mean? Because that's gonna be 7 and 2 is 13 minus the 4. That's 9 days. You know what I mean? That's 9 whole days that I can't go fishing. See, guys, I did that new math. For those of you that are parenting, that's how you have to do the new math. You have to get the number and then add some number and then just take that same number away and you'll get the number back again. So that's how the new math works. Just so you guys know, man. It's a little bit nuts, a little bit crazy, but if you know how to use an abacus, it makes perfect sense, and it'll allow you to compute big numbers in your head just by the function of the abacus in your own mind. So it does work as far as calculating goes, but the kids that struggle with abacus math usually do better at calculus. I don't know what it is, but the kids that are really good at abacus math, they end up going on into engineering degrees. So that's why they push the abacus math for you guys. Calculus is going to be difficult with your kids if they're not figuring out their math. And it's hard enough as parents to try to figure that stuff out. Thank goodness for YouTube, you know what I'm saying? You can always find good stuff on YouTube, just so you guys know. Hold on, I got to do something here. This is driving me crazy. There it is. Oh my goodness. I thought I had that thing already switched up. Now let me transition on. There we go. Yeah. Oh, was that hearts? Did I just see hearts? You guys are the best, dude. You guys are the best. So what's everybody been doing, man? I haven't finished since. Oh no. Oh, there's no way, Mick. Yeah, no, Mick. My heart, my soul, Mick, would probably be just sore if that was the case, man. Southwater Florida bass fishing drop shot, baby. You know it, bud. You know it. Drop shot. I love that drop shot, man. I get teased about that. What's going on, Chaos Hillbilly? Look at all the folks in here, man. Yeah, so it's back to story time. So, yeah, I don't know what happened to the trailer. I really don't. The lights went out on one side last month, so we're going to probably stick to some local fishing, but I'm going to be jonesing come Tuesday, man. I really am. I'm going to have to do some fishing come Tuesday, or I'm just going to be ready to lose my mind, dude. There's no way around it. You know, it's been what feels like already forever, and it actually just got started. You know what I mean? Like, it's literally been like, I was just fishing on Sunday, not Saturday, guys. Sunday I was fishing, and now magically I'm jonesing because I missed my Tuesday. You know, I'm going to have to start going to some kind of like Fisherman Anonymous or some Anglers Anonymous, AA. That's it, dude. I'm copyright. Hey, what's going on, Robert Sharp? What you doing, bud? What you got going on? Did I fix the eyelet, Jeff? Oh my God. All right, guys. You want to just listen to music for a second? Because if you want to hear the story about that, dude, I will. You guys ready for this? Do you really want me to do it? If you want me to do it, you got to put one in the chat, because it's going to take me a minute to go out to the garage and get the thing. So put a one in the chat if you want me to show you the fix on the eyelet for the boat. Like, put it in the chat, because this is a story in itself, dude, and this is a really crazy story, but I have to go out to the garage to get the piece so I can show it to you. All right, here we go. All right, you guys just listen to music for a minute. I'll be right back. All right. Oi, can you guys hear me? Oh, can you guys hear me? All right. So I'm back. Sorry. Took me a second. What's up? Okay. Hey, who's in here? Did Outlaw come in? Outlaw almost pulled a sleep stream. No, I'm just kidding, man. I'm back. So you guys ready for this? Let's talk about it. All right. So you guys all know what the front of the boat eyelet looks like. I think I've got a picture of it on my community tab. Hold on one second, because I think I took a picture of this thing a long time ago, where the eyelet went out the first time. I believe that's in my picture. No, maybe it's not. Hold on. Yeah, no, I don't see it. Okay, so anyway, let's get back to reality here. Here we go, guys. So you all know what the eyelet looks like on the front of the boat, right? Well, mine was behind, like, it was eyelet, and then it was like this V plate, this metal plate, and then that bolted through inside the hull of the boat, right? So I take it to a buddy of mine when the eye came off, and it was like stripped out inside the bolt, right? And he's a really good dude. Let me preface it this, okay? Let me just preface it this for you guys. He's a really good dude. He's a professional. He's really good at what it does. So he does. So everything I'm about to say is just humor, okay? I'm not upset. It's fine. You understand what I'm saying? It's totally fine. It's not a big deal. So your boy's nervous about welding, okay? I'm a little nervous because one of the things that I was nervous about was the two particular metals that I was going to fuse together to put the eye hook back on. I was going to just do a couple of tacks on the bolt, right? It wasn't going to be a big deal. I've seen stuff in the chat. Thanks, guys. I wasn't going to do anything crazy, but at the same time, man, I wanted to make sure everything worked. So I took it to a buddy of mine who welds, okay? And I says, hey, man, you know, you want to hook? I just need this thing hooked on here, and I need it hooked onto this plate, and then everything's all good, bud. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's just a silly little eye. Now, I know you guys have all seen a boat eye. If you're anything into fishing, you have seen a boat eye. But for those of you that aren't into fishing and you never have seen a boat eye, let me just let you know that they're not very big. It's just a hole big enough for your little crank winch to go in there and your safety chain to go in there. And it sits right in the front, in the middle of your boat, and you use it to prop it up against your trailer. That's how you land it, right? Okay. So I tell Buddy about, you know, he owns a boat. He knows about this kind of stuff. So it's not like he's oblivious to it, right? But this is just a particular way that I received this when I got the boat. So I thought, hey, I'll put it back on there. Buddy says, it shouldn't take but an hour, man. He's like, you know, it's not a big deal, dude. I'll catch up with you. I said, well, I'll go get my hair cut. Well, I wasn't getting my hair cut because it's not my time. I got to wait till the first of every month. Nonetheless, I'll go see what my buddy the barber's doing. If he wants to hang out, we'll go hit lunch, man. We'll cruise back, and Buddy should be done with my part. It should be all welded up. We'll be on our way, right? Sounds like a perfect plan. It sounds like a slice of fried amazing, does it not? No, it's not, dude. It's not. It's not a slice of fried amazing. So all of a sudden, it's like 4 o'clock, and I text Buddy, and I'm like, hey, man, you all right? And he's like, yeah, no, man, I got a lot of stuff. This went really, really bad. And I'm thinking, what do you mean it went really, really bad? Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know what happened, but I'm going to tell you, bud, I had to build a piece, and it's just taking a while. And I'm thinking, wait a second now, what are you building? You know, because I kind of gave you everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just needed a few things just welded, but like from somebody that welds clean, not like me. Yeah, I don't know what that other metal was, man, but when I welded it, it just exploded. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, it just exploded. And I was like, so maybe it wasn't metal, it was lead? I never thought about that. I was like, you didn't like put a magnet on it or nothing, you know? No, guess he didn't do anything like that. But yeah, so he says, that's okay, bud. I fabricated you a piece. And I said, you did? And he says, yeah, it's going to work, bud. I'm telling you right now, this is what you need. You guys ready for this? All right, get ready for this. Hey, what's going on, Wes? All right, you ready? Guys, for those of you that are boaters and you know about boating and you know what the front eye looks like on your boat, look at this thing Buddy made me. This is supposed to be the eye for the front of my boat. Guys, this thing doesn't even fit my safety chain, let alone my winch. Can you guys see the amount of weld? He says, yeah, it's only like 3/4 of an inch longer than, you know, what you gave me. Guys, the thing I gave him stuck out this far. So that was the very tippy top. So everything, okay, listen. I know what you guys are thinking. The hell is that? Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And then Buddy left me a nice big weld knot there that I get to take off. And then I says, hey, that bolt looks different than the one I had in there. And he says, yeah, no, I replaced that, but it should still fit. It's the same pattern. It's not the same pattern. I found that out because I almost tore up the bolt on the end of the nut when I went to put the nut on it. So that was not good times. But dude, I thought about it after this weekend, and I thought to myself, if I would have put this thing on my boat, okay, if I would have put this on my boat, boys and girls, I will tell you right now, I was worried about like getting up on plane and then this thing finding its way into the water and just flipping my boat. You understand what I'm saying? If we would have went through the Hyacinths this weekend with this thing on the front of my boat, I will tell you right now. Now listen, it's T55 billet aluminum, but guys, I want you to see that. Look at the craftsmanship on that. He knocked the edges off real fast just so it wouldn't be too sharp to handle. I mean, there's some professional work right there. That thing. I'm going to tell you right now, if it ever gets medieval and I need to build a vessel that has some type of battering ram system, I'm going to put this thing on my boat. You understand what I'm saying? This thing right here can take the impact of 75, maybe 85 tons and just bounce off, just shatter it. You understand? This right here, boys and girls. This is the fire. This is where it's at. So I'm telling Buddy, man, I mean, I'm not trying to put him out there, but if anybody needs any eyes made for their boat, for the front of their boat, that's your boy. You understand? This guy's building, what are they called? What was the ship? The Quadremain? Was that what that ship was called? The one that the Romans used? I can't remember now. But listen, I gave him something that weighed maybe 12 ounces, and he gave me something back that weighs like 11 and a half pounds. So, I mean, as far as sturdy goes, this thing's listen, that weld's never going to give up. Okay, not in a million years. This would stop a womp. This thing, dude, you could take an impact directly on a stump and not affect your boat. Like, I could load my boat at full speed. And this thing that would be it. You understand? It wouldn't even matter at that point. He tells me, but here's the best part about it. I says, hey, bud, what the hell am I going to do with that hole? And he's like, oh, you just get another hook and you just get a second hook. And I'm thinking, oh, my God, I'm going to be that guy that's got 2 hooks, a cable, and a strap. You know what I'm saying? That's how he holds his boat on his trailer. And then in my own, because I picked on Buddy. Now, but he's a nice guy. He really is. He's a good dude. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this because he's not. He's a really nice guy. But I picked on him pretty good. You guys know me, dude. You guys know me. You know me, dude. I like throwing stones. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody needs a little hate once in a while. It makes you feel good about yourself. So I told Buddy, I kind of ragged on him a little bit. But nonetheless, man, he did something very similar to what I needed. But it wasn't quite on the mark. So I ended up stopping by a marina on the way home, Jeff, to make a long story short, and spent $13 on an eye for the front of the boat. Done. All set. No additional holes needed. Filled it up. You understand? Stuck me some Gorilla Glue latex waterproof sealant in what little bit of a hole there could be, and everything's good. We took no water this weekend. It was fantastic. Fantastic, dude. No water in the boat. We had a little trouble getting on plane, though. I think I found this out, guys. I turned that motor down a little bit, so I stopped throwing out the prop torque bushings. So, unfortunately, if I do put somebody else and all their gear with me and all my gear, she struggles a little bit to get on plane. Buddy had to jump on the front. So we might be trying to figure out how to mount some kind of battery box in the front of the boat. We're going to have to do something. I don't know. We got to have 2 live wells to enter most fishing tournaments. But if we take that front live well out and stick those batteries up there in the front and just run them direct to the trolling motor from there with the circuit, with the breaker, that shouldn't hurt nobody. You know what I mean? Like, that shouldn't hurt nobody at all. It'll give me just that much, enough weight that she'll get on plane pretty quick with a second person in there. But nonetheless, I'm thinking I'm going to have to turn her back up a little bit. I think we went a little bit too far down, But she cruises. Once she hits plane, she's setting right about 26 to 28 miles an hour with 2 people in it, where I've got her turned down. We burned some fuel now. We burned some fuel, 3/4 tank of gas damn near. So... you know how that goes, man. You start getting, drinking that fuel down there, and it gets real rough on the pocket, not just rough on the maintenance. But other than that, no mechanical issues except the trailer issue. But I brought a ratchet strap. We ratchet strapped her down and made sure she was still stuck to the trailer so we didn't have to worry about that silly winch coming off there. Oh my God. All I was thinking is, could you imagine if I had this thing on the front and then that winch came off and was just banging around on the asphalt and kicking up and hitting the bottom of the boat and stuff, and this thing was not letting loose. So, you know, at least an eye might break off. This thing won't break off, and it would have literally just mauled chunks in the bottom of my boat. That would have been the best day ever, wouldn't it? Wes, you don't want to know. I bought a welder, Wes. That's what I'm going to tell you. I bought a welder. Yeah, some rat. Yeah, we seen some ratchets the other night, didn't we? We seen some ratchets the other night. I'm on kick too, man. I just haven't ventured over there to really launch out yet. I had one stream over there, talked about fishing, didn't see it go very far, but I laughed a little bit to myself because a couple of y'all did show up, and I didn't feel like such a weirdo. But yeah, the ratchet thing. I got to get over there and have a real night with you. Yeah, so I bought a grinder. I'm going to probably have to spend 3 or 4 hours grinding this thing down if I do ever like want to put this back on there. I've got probably 70% of this material's got to come off, including the solid T55 billet aluminum. I mean, if I'm going to use this thing, it's got to be. But see, unfortunately, he put this eye up so high. Now he's dropping frames. I don't know what's going on. All right, hold on, you guys. You're going to experience buffering. And then it's caught back up. I don't know what was going on there, you guys. All right. I think we're back. That was weird. I had like a surge. Interesting. There was nothing else open and nothing else going on, man. So I don't know. I have no idea. It looked like an internet thing from where I'm looking at it. Like my internet went... and then came back up again. Dude, we lost power this weekend. Saturday, we lost power for like 5 hours, man. Just out of nowhere. The wind wasn't even blowing. We just all of a sudden had no power, and it was so hot. I can't even tell you how hot it was. And then the wind blew a couple of times, and we knew that was it. So, I don't know. What's a hoagie baby? I don't know. No, we're talking about the ratchet girl. I was driving again when... Oh, really? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so like I said, guys, other than that, man, nothing real new, nothing real exciting. We kind of hung out today, and I didn't want you guys to see that side of me. You know what I mean? I didn't want you guys to see that side of me at all. We did have a fishing trip, unfortunately. Like I said again, there's really no footage. There's like really not.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Pam Wonderland smashing it with a $25. Sing to me, Fisherman.
Sing to me, Fisherman. Tuesday, Pam. This coming up Tuesday. I'm going to take this time this week and get this thing fixed because I'm tired of dealing with it. I'm probably going to have to buy some metal and have it, you know, they might sell something like this. Thank you so much, Pam. I do appreciate it. Tuesday. We're singing and fishing on Tuesday. We're going to be out on Harris. I'm already checking the bass forecast. You understand? I'm chomping at the bit. I don't think you guys know how hard this was for me today. Like, this is like a gambler and you know, living next door to a casino and knowing he's got to leave the house. Like, this is really bad, dude. This is really, like, the kids don't need to go to college. We can make the mortgage up. It's not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just all it's going to take is maybe just, you know, a couple of shots. And there we are. You know what I'm saying? Woohoo, we're having the best day ever. Like, that's how I feel living where I live. And then not wanting to take the boat today because the trailer issue. Like, I know safety first and all, but, you know, sometimes I'm just... It would have been a bad decision. Nonetheless, we made a mature adult decision today, okay? Mature adult decision. So I'm proud of myself for that. You know what I mean? Trade school teaches welding. I know. I didn't go to trade school for welding. I was a mechanic, an auto mechanic, and that's why I tinkle and fiddle. You know what I'm saying? Tinker and fiddle. College may be good for sure. For sure. Yeah. So again, absolute nightmare. But we're going to make it happen, you guys. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you right now that next week, Tuesday, I'm going to even like make sure there's no work, and we're going to see if we can't get like a 7-hour trip. Like, I will stay really, really late on Monday to make sure that it happens and try to wipe Tuesday right out and be out at like 10:30 in the morning. So I just have to let the dogs out real fast when I get home. It depends. Let me just preface it that we might not be able to do a 10:30, and I'll tell you why. If I end up having to shower because I'm like saturated and I just don't feel like putting on clothes in a saturated state, you know what I mean? I don't wear my work clothes. I try to get dressed a little bit, but like tonight, I'm super disheveled. Look at me. I didn't even shave today. My hair's not done at all, as a matter of fact, but I do have this really fancy t-shirt. 100% pure uncut hate. This is the one. That's my day. That's where I'm at. I got a burn on my eye from some hot used motor oil. You know what I mean? I've got a weld that needs to go on. I've got metal that had to be shined on today and surface rust removed and every other goodness gracious thing that I could possibly have to do. Yeah, it's all getting done. It's all getting done one step at a time. Just one step at a time, guys. And that's we might have another episode of This Old Boat. See, this is the thing. I did that This Old Boat series, and then I thought to myself, you know, I'm really lucky that camera went out when it did. You know what I mean? Because like I flipped a few times. I got a little upset, and that's most projects. You know, if you're a dad or you ever had a dad, you know how dads get on projects. You know, especially when something happens, you cut yourself, you end up losing like a chunk of your thumb. You got all kinds of chaos. You can't find the socket you just put down because you had to change it out to put another socket on, and then that one's gone magically. So now you've lost both sockets. You don't have a clue where those things are. Then you're all upset, and you got to fly out from underneath the truck, and you smack your head, your hat brim, and all the dirt from the bottom of that little piece that hangs down under the bumper. You know the one that goes up on the curb when you pull up on too close to the curb. Yeah, that one knocks dirt right down in your eyes, and you're like, oh God, I got hot oil in my eye, and now I got dirt in my eye. And the words that are coming out are like blasphemy, and you know what I mean? Like, I'm getting it, full on getting it. And all I was thinking the whole time that I got done with that whole project, as I was sitting on the back porch letting myself kind of cool, calm, and collective, I was thinking, whew, glad I didn't go live. Oh, that's funny, fam. No. It was bad, dude. I said some words, man. I don't know who Jerry Reed is. No idea who Jerry Reed is. Yeah. Yeah, hold the flashlight still. Jeff, you know exactly what I'm talking about. What are you doing? Why did you say something? Dude, it was so bad. I was like, oh, my eyes burning. I got dirt. The dirt, dude, when my hat hit the bottom of that thing and all the dirt fell right on my forehead behind my glasses, okay, behind my safety glasses, and stuck to the hot oil that was all over this side of my face. Like, I mean, face. Yeah, dude. Yeah, there's motor oil in my beard. I was upset. Words were coming out. I'm glad the kids were still at school when this whole thing was going on. I mean, I'm sure there's some elderly people in my neighborhood that probably don't think the same way about me that they used to think about me. But they got to understand, it was in the circumstance, okay? Given the circumstance, these are the things that sometimes occur when you're trying to save $1 because you're not building back any better right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to change your own oil. You got to do your own maintenance. You got to do your own brakes. You got to keep your trailer serviced. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, that whole mess. Don't even get me started there. So listen, I got this leveler kit on my trailer, right? And it's so when you take your trailer off your truck and you're setting it in your yard, it's got like jacks that hold it up on the front and on the back so you can just leave it so so it's off the axles. It's not putting weight. You can use it like a work area inside and be stable, or you can just leave it hooked up to the truck, go at it like I do. You know what I mean? But it's available to you. Well, one of these things somehow managed to fall and caught on the asphalt and jerked the whole back of the trailer up the other day, right? Well, I was driving again yesterday, man, and I hear ching 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 ching, and I'm thinking, oh no, is that the chains? No, it was that little foot thing again. So I had to pull off the road and get under the trailer on the side of a 55-mile-an-hour road and beat this thing with a hammer. Dude, I have quite the extensive toolkit now in my truck. There's a lot of stuff. Dude, I can pretty much replace the transmission at this point with all the tools that I have to carry around in the truck. Because goodness gracious, knock on Woodrow, you know what I'm saying? I don't need them every day, but I need something out of there. I'm going to tell you right now. That's the worst part about it, man. Pretty sure little people don't understand. Yeah, Brandy, I would hope so. I know who Sam Kinison is. Of course I know who Sam Kinison is. Yeah, the old people, some of them would, Brandy. Some of them would. But I have this fantastic neighbor who goes to church, I think, 7 days a week, and she writes all the chorus practices notes and stuff like that, and I get a copy of them every week, and I really appreciate her. She's on her 19th miracle. As far as being, her age and some of her ailments, she has magically come down with a few things that they thought were, the end, and now she beat them. She beat them. She had a hip surgery. Well, she broke her hip, and they told her she probably wouldn't walk because she'd be down for so long. Not this lady now. She was walking days after. It was crazy. She's like a freak. She loves to walk. That's what she does. But yeah. She's been down. She gets right back up and keeps going. She came over the other day and said she's waiting for her 19th miracle. And I was like, wow, man, that's, listen, congratulations. She's like, oh, here's your notes from chorus. I was like, yeah, I've been meaning to get down there. You should. I'm like, yeah, I know. Because she hears me singing. You guys don't understand. I'm like, I'm just going to let you know. When I mow the lawn, everybody's listening to what I'm listening to, but I'm listening to it in earphones, and they're listening to me sing it. So whatever that sounds like, I like to call it headphone karaoke, and sometimes people know what I'm singing, and I've actually had neighbors out there mowing the lawn when I was mowing the lawn. He was like, I really like that tune, man. Who is that? Yeah, I've done that before. Sometimes I get a little emotional with it. You guys know when we're out there fishing, I do a lot of singing out there too. But I don't want to think about it right now because we got, a couple days left until we're allowed to do it again. But we're going to be back. We're going to be back. We're going to be singing. We're going to do this. We're going to be strong. We're going to have a bomb day. And you know what? This time, everything's going to be different. Well, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you guys hanging out. And thank you very much. And I want to say until Tuesday, my friends, it's been real. It's been fun. See you guys on the next one. See ya.